Hey guys, Marc Lalonde, aka the Wealthy Trainer, coming to you from Ottawa, Canada. Now listen, we once again had an amazing mastermind hangout webinar, which we have every Sunday at 2 p.m. Now, we all get together, a bunch of us, and when I mean a bunch of us, I mean, who are we, right? We're a bunch of individuals who all have a network marketing company of our own, okay? Different companies, same goals. We're all trying to build a team. Now, we've all, pretty much all of us, have done the whole warm market thing. Friends, family, co-workers. I was even handing out samples at the gym at one point, getting numbers, following up. We all went through all those traditional steps, and now here we are generating leads online, on the internet, and we're converting those leads into our team. So this is what we have in common. This is what drives us. Now, many of us are already successful, so we're bringing a lot of stuff to the table on these Sunday webinars. One thing to note is that these webinars are extremely exclusive. They're private. It's really no real access to the public. But once in a while, when the value is so intense, I put it out there, and this is an example of that. I'm putting this last Sunday's webinar out here to you today, so you gotta check it out. The value is unbelievable. Remember, many of us are already six-figure earners in this forte, in this industry, in this space, and we've done it with online marketing by generating leads online. Now, if it's something you think you may benefit from, or if it's something you think you may be able to contribute to, well, maybe you want to be part of this group. I'm not sure. If you do, if you want to inquire about it, just go to our Facebook group and request to be added. What I will do is I'll look over your request, I'll contact you, we'll have a little chat, and maybe you're a good fit. Maybe you could bring something to the table, or maybe you can learn and grow as well. Now, our Facebook group, I'm going to put an image up top here, but all you got to do is go to asklalonde.com/TLC group, TLC for Team Life Change. So that's asklalonde, AskLalonde.com/TLC group. Now, again, guys, this is kind of where this industry is going. If you're not generating leads online, if you're not recruiting teams on the internet, I mean, that's where this whole space is gravitating to, and we really are on the forefront of this. So even if you're not interested in participating, I got to tell you, check out this webinar and get the value. Grab a pad, grab a pen, take notes, and apply what you learn, because it's pure gold. It's pretty well pure gold every Sunday. So see you on the inside, and enjoy, guys. How are you guys doing? Whoops, am I too tall there? How's it going, everyone? Can you see me? Can you hear me? It's been a crazy, crazy week, but you can hear and see me. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. What are you guys doing here? You should be with your loved ones. There's a lot of people coming in, my goodness. Well, I didn't expect Keely, Donna, Mark Davis, Vidra, Simon, Roxanne, Heather, Rick, Amelia. You and Roxanne are sharing a room at Live the Dream. Ooh, I'm going to have some fun over there. I can't wait. Live the Dream 7. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Rancy, hello, hello, hello. Well, guys, we're going to have some, feel free to chime in today. I've heard someone say that, chime into what Mark's doing, but hey, Brad, aloha, my friend. So, believe it or not, those of you who know what's going on, the little thing, Natalia, really, the little turn of events that's been happening is actually a good thing. Now, I have my agenda because I need to be very, very careful what I say. First of all, the intention of this is not to glorify any of this hating stuff or get any kind of revenge. It's to come up with a solution, and more importantly, to share the lessons that I'm learning as we speak, because these lessons, hello Evelyn, these lessons are super, super valuable, especially when building your brand. And it's not going to, it doesn't necessarily have to do with haters per se. It has to do to make sure that your content and your platform remains intact as you're growing. Really, that's what this is about. I'm going to go through some of your comments because I wouldn't mind. Hey, Ray, Tarlay, how's it going, my friend? I wouldn't mind if the conversation kept going in here a little bit. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm going to do. And I'm going to let you guys know. As a matter of fact, here's the agenda for today. Under an hour. It's to the point. I want to really share what I've learned from this because a lot of this stuff may be overlooked or may not be discussed. I've never had anyone discuss this kind of thing. I've never seen anything, any videos where people have warned me about what may happen. So hopefully this will be used to you because as you're going to grow, it's the way it is. I go through Gary Vaynerchuk. You guys know Gary V, right? Well, you watch a Gary V video, he's got like 300 thumbs up, then he'll have like 10 thumbs down or 6 to 10 thumbs down. So that's like 2% of the people that don't like his stuff. And he's got amazing content. So doesn't matter. Ellen DeGeneres has haters. So it's just part of the business. Like I said, this is so that in the future, hey Tina, welcome. You made it in. Wow. Mark, under an hour, Mark, under an hour. Very funny, Don. You guys can, I'm looking at the chat today. So you can, but if you have something you want me to put out there in the webinar, you can put it in the QA. I will look at that. To be honest, I didn't expect on many people showing up. But I shouldn't say that because anything controversial, right? Schedule today. Number 1, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I'm having an, if you're curious what we're doing, we are having an intimate evening this morning. We're gonna watch a movie, cuddle up on the couch, and enjoy a nice dinner together. And when I say us, I mean all 3 of us, me, myself, and I. Best company ever. Best company ever. So why am I doing this webinar? Like I said, it's to help you guys avoid these pitfalls. You're still going to get haters, but it's not about not getting haters. It's just going to happen. It's about protecting your platform. There you go, protecting your platform. Pretty much. Because, I mean, I'm going to just keep plowing through, and they're just going to dissolve. They're just going to dissolve. They're not going to dissolve, but they won't be in my mind. I just keep going. Not that they're really in my mind, but the downtime on my technologies is on my mind. And yes, it does kind of piss me off. There you go. So, number 2, I'd like to thank YouTube and Periscope because I'm quite surprised at how they handle people how they handle slander. I'm impressed. I'll share with you what they've been doing for me, as in working with me. I'm actually pretty shocked. Some of the emails I have, some of the communication I'm having, they're into cutting that stuff out. I'm cool with that because they do their investigation. They won't share everything they find out with me, but I have enough to know enough that they're here to help us. And if your cause is great enough, they're going to look into it. I guess they'll look into it. They're looking into mine. Then I'm going to share with what exactly happened. Because for those of you who don't know, I got some YouTube videos flagged and brought down. YouTube's in perfect order. Everything's back up. It's been resolved. But Periscope is now down. So my Periscope is gone. It'll be back up. Don't you guys worry, as if you even worry anyways. Let me just keep... okay. So here we go. Number 4, what am I going to do about it? I'm doing something about it, but it's probably not what you think. And the comments I've been getting on that thread is insane. So many different things, but you opened up a lot of eyes, and leaders have been reaching out to me, oddly enough, just giving me their 2 cents, like way beyond what I am, and mostly in private messages. And I've been getting a lot of insight on kind of, see, this is new to me, right? And when something is new to you, you don't want to just run with what your first thought is. You got to be very careful. So I'm taking a lot of, I'm not taking the advice as in all the advice I get, because all the advice is different, but I'm definitely, I'm just, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Okay, so what am I going to do? Number 5, what I've learned. Number 6, how I will move forward. And number 7, a quick QA. Keep you guys, whatever you want to share. So let's start with, thank you, YouTube and Periscope. First of all, they've been, YouTube and Periscope, let me blow my nose. Ready for the horn, guys? There you go. Some cars are probably outside thinking someone honked at them. Okay, so keeping a look, everything's cool. Okay, yeah, we're going to talk about what I'm going to do, Brad. That is step number 4. So let's plow through this. Before I say what happened, step number 2, agenda list number 2, let me grab a sip of tea, is that when I had YouTube videos flagged, I don't even need to share this part of my screen, pretty simple. I was able to work with YouTube, and I don't know if they meant to, well, of course, here's the deal with YouTube and a lot of these platforms. There's a lot of manual checks I'm finding out. So people are going in, they're looking at your situation, and based on who picks up your ticket, because can you imagine how many tickets go through? Based on who picks up your ticket, they're going to handle it a different way. It's true. They have a lot of it is up to the staff. They have some wiggle room to what they can do, and I've dealt with a lot of platforms for a lot of reasons. And sometimes you put in the same issue, and you'll get someone else who's working that will pick it up and treat it a different way. So I really think that I got a very cool YouTube person just by chance, because, hey, Jose, welcome. Hey, Julia, welcome. Because they shared a lot of stuff with me, and I was kind of like blown away. Even what's in the emails I'm getting, I'm saving them because they revealed a lot. They took a lot of the information that I had, and a lot of stuff matched up. So I was like, this is going to be awesome. Like, they're actually going to help me, and they did. So everything's cool with YouTube. As a matter of fact, it'll be hard for someone to hit my YouTube account again. However, I'm not going to just let that be and not have a backup plan, which I'll explain in how I'm moving forward. So here we go. YouTube really took care of the issue, and they looked into the person, or it was actually a group of people, well, a group of robots. We won't get into the who. What I want to say is that they were super helpful, and it's worth, if this ever happens to you, because it's happening to people every single day. I'm not saying it will happen to you. I'm not saying it won't, but it might. And if it does, reach out to them with class, you know, be apologetic in case you did something wrong. They're the boss. So they worked it out for me. So I'd like to thank YouTube for that, as if they're watching, right? And second of all, Periscope are totally handling this thing kind of in the same way. Now, I like to think it's because I have a good Twitter account. I'm in good standing with everything I've done. I had 200 Periscope 100 to 200. I may have removed a bunch of them, but overall, I think I've been good with them. So they're looking into it. I'm glad they're looking into it. Shouldn't be long until I get my account back. So I guess I'm thankful that they're in communication with me, because so many stories of them not being in communication with other people with way more brand than I do. So here you go. What happened? Okay, well, should I screen share? Should I screen share? Should I screen share? What happened? Well, my Periscope account got shut down, so I looked into it. I won't go into details, but I looked into it deeply, and I found out a lot of things that matched up, and I know I know what the source is. I've got confirmations of all kinds. I'm 100% certain now. So I don't want to sound like a lawyer. I have evidence to back it up, but I do. So I'm all good like that. Now, I put the post up yesterday, and it kind of went a little bit viral. So should we go through it? Oh, look at this. I'm trying to keep my Facebook clean, but it just won't stop. The post will just keep, just Facebook's been bananas since this. Okay, guys, the responses by everyone, I mean, there's so many people responded, and the responses have been to my Periscope being shut down. I found out that the source of the problem matched. I don't want to say hater, because I'll just say the source of the problem matched. So a lot of people told me, were recommending I treat it differently. I thought about this a lot. I made a decision on how I'm going to treat it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me just pop it up real quick. Let me pop it up really, really fast here. I've got the post up. All right, guys, here we go. Super quick. I'll come back to you. And this is just to share with you what I'm doing and what you may want to think about doing early. My meme is hilarious, Mr. Rogers. Yeah. I thought I had got to throw a bit of humor in this stuff because it's just the way it is. It's just the way it's going to be. Like Jim Rohn says, right? Don't ask why, just that's the way it is. Just deal with it, move forward. And that's what I'll do. You guys will see. I'm not one of these revenge types of people anyways. Not anymore. I've matured out of that stuff. I've understood more about life as I grew older or wiser, I guess. A lot of people won't agree with my decision of what I'm going to do, but hey, I am who I am, right? And I'm sharing with you. So let's go screen share. Because if you haven't seen the post, have you guys seen the post? Do I need to share it? I'm going to share it quick, just so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me know when you can see that. Well, I can see it on my other screen, so I will see it pop up if I refresh, right? Can you guys see it? Let me know, please. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Yes, you can see my screen. Perfect. Gotta love Mr. Rogers, right? Okay, here we go. Yeah, you know what? Roxanne made a good point. Roxanne just made a good point. I'm not going to show you. Well, you know, it doesn't matter. It was a joke, wasn't it? Because I want you guys to. You can bet your butt on something. Haters are going to follow. Haters are going to see everything you do. Haters seem to get obsessed with bringing people down when they get on it. That's what I found out. And the guilty parties see this post. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. They see what's going on here. And I'll tell you why. I think it's just going to end by me just sharing this and asking for my followers' advice. This was the solution by accident. This is what I'm thinking. So here we go. Let's blow this sucker up. That should blow up nicely. So here's what happened. I was kind of really the goal initially was not to get a bunch of engagement. The goal was because I wanted to know if anyone would reach out with something that would kind of trigger an idea of what I should be doing. Someone with more experience in this field than I have. That was the initial intent. And you're gonna be looking at these leaderboards again, eh? trying to climb up all those darn leaderboards, right? No wonder people hate me. So here we go. I put down, what would you do? This was 20 hours ago, and I don't know how many comments this has. 69 comments, okay, and this was, most of them were last night. I found out that a leader has been hating on me, and I didn't say anything about where this leader comes from. I didn't say what company this leader's with. I didn't say if it's a male or a female. It's just someone who's has more of a brand than I do. Well, I don't know about that, but I don't know. Brands grow quick, right? So maybe my brand is getting up there, but it's someone who's, since I started, was always someone higher up. And again, I didn't say what company. So when people are saying you should contact the president of Nerium, or you should contact Brian Finale, like, you guys don't know who this is, and I'm not going to say it. I've made that decision. I'm not revealing who this person is because I think they're going to go away after this post. And I'll tell you exactly how I will treat this. But here we go. Here's the post. I found out that a leader has been hating on me behind the scenes and has not only attempted to shut down my YouTube channel by flagging it, which I was able to save with the help of YouTube, of course, but has just successfully gotten my Periscope shut down. Don't worry, I'll get it back. I'm talking with Periscope right now to report the person. Okay, we're beyond that now. Periscope's, everything's been identified since then. I've been up all night. So we know who it, I know who it is, they know who it is. Everything's been identified. Now, just so you guys know, Periscope to me was more than a business account, or more than just a Periscope account. Periscope was my content platform. Every single piece of content that I've done points back to Periscope. That's a lesson I've learned. Thank God I'm only about 30 shows in to my Asklalonde show. But when people watch a syndicated piece of content on any other platform that I created, they're going to come back to my Periscope. And when that thing is shut down, it's basically like I wasted my time. So yeah, this affects business for sure. And more importantly, it affects the ability for people to follow me and for people to get value from me. So it's kind of a big deal when it comes to growth, right? So yeah, it's not just like if they shut down something that I could just do another one of. I've been branding this, which again, this is a lesson learned. This is all for the better that this happened now. So here, I'll continue here. The crazy part is that this person has no idea that I know who they are. Yes, I used some slick programming tricks and made a few persuasive phone calls to find out who it is. I had to, guys. I just had to know. And the little hacker in me had to figure it out. And it's more than tracking IP addresses. It's beyond that. I had to go deeper. I had to dig deeper. I had to get documentation. I just had to know. I mean, I couldn't sleep unless I knew. And this was not to do anything with the information. You would want to know too. I mean, if you wouldn't, I don't think you're human. You want to know who's attacking you. It's just that we're wired that way. Okay, so here we go. I'll continue. The question is, would you let this go? And I really wanted to know what you guys would think. Or would you contact this person and let them know that you know it's them and you can prove it? Or would you make the information public? That's a scary one here. I'm sure I'm almost positive they've seen this and they're like, oh shit, what if he does, right? What if he does? Look at all the supporters he's got. You know, look at that. What if Mark does this? I think that's almost enough to say, I'm gonna slow down, probably. I would stop if I was the hater. So I'm leaning towards just letting it go and striking back if the same person strikes again. What would you do? So that's the post I did. And guys, come on, you put it on Facebook. So if you put it on Facebook, everyone can see it anyways, right? Right? So it's like it starts, I don't know what I do, but that really sucks. Yeah, I concur. contact them and tell them you can prove it, see what rolls out of their mouth and go from there. That's the second choice I was thinking. The high road is always the better option. You see, I like the high road. I really do. And then you got, I'm old school, fists up, mate. So you're getting a real variety of opinions. And I like this because it makes me think. I respect these people. These are my, I don't know if I'd say coworkers, but these are people I know through social media. So I decided this sounds good. I like your style. And it was interesting. I actually kind of got entertained a little bit. But letting it go is one thing. But if you got weeds, sometimes, especially in the beginning of business, I'll talk about that in a sec to let you guys know how I came up with the solution. Tuffy, one part says, let go. The other part says, send them a smiley face, and that's it. So, and guys, I'm watching, just so you know, Bill, I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about what company that person's from or whether anything about that. I said earlier, I'm not going to reveal anything about the person I made that decision, and I'm going to tell you guys why in a second. So there's no confirmation. I'm not saying anything about where they're from because people are asking me, were they from here? Were they from there? I've never said that. I've never hinted at any of that. I made sure not to. So here's what, if you guys want to chat about this in the chat, I can actually see your chat on my iPad. So as I'm going down these real quick, you feel free to chime in. See, I like that. Smile and wave while karma works its magic on the ass clown. It's funny, but that's my initial, that's what I want to do. But I also want it to stop, you know? Karma, I don't want karma to come in too late because it's easy to ruin someone's brand, actually. Unfortunately. Person is not worth your time. Karma, like you guys know where I'm thinking, right? Feel free to chime in. Hey, David Fox, I saw your comment. Doesn't matter who it is. Yeah, it's gonna, oh, look, nice. You guys are chiming in. I'm watching. Donna, Bill, like I said, Bill, I didn't say anything about where these people are from or where this specific person. Okay, so I'm watching your comments as this is going through. I would just say, hey, I know what you did, can prove it, you know. But it's funny because this post itself, it's not only me saying I know what you did, but look at all these people here, you know. Look at all these people, and it's not that the people like they want to protect me. I think you guys know I'm fine. I've been a warrior for a long time, but I think you're thinking about also yourselves too. Like it's got to be going through your head. What if? Because it's going to happen where you're going to get a brand if you don't already. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are going through this. And I've just found this out. See, we're talking about that's not just hating. It can be, if it can be proven to be true, you can take legal action. Absolutely, I can. I'm finding that out very fast, like by legit. Not that Ray's not legit, but I've had to look into some things just to figure out what my options were, right? So you guys can probably see this as I'm scrolling down. There's Brad, exposed charlatan. Let the ass clown be counted. I'll tell you why I won't do that, Brad, but I mean, you'll see. You'll see. Mr. Rogers, what a cool picture, right? So sorry this is happening. It's inevitable. And Keely says, I'm so sorry this is happening. I'm with Ray. They're messing with your money, and that's just wrong. And they're messing with a lot of your money, too. A lot of your value or whatever. It's just, it is wrong. We'll just go through these because it's good. I don't know. I hope you agree with my solution. But if you don't, you know, it's just the way I've got to go with. I've got to do it. So as you can see, it went pretty deep, the discussion. Pretty awesome stuff. Pretty cool things. It's a little bit all over the place. See, some people have been going through the same thing. Couple of little debates. I love it. Actually, I love it. It's been, oh, he changed his word. Look at that. Good for you. That said something else. Has it been edited? It's been edited. So Here we go, just to show you that there's been some engagement. So, no Periscope. Time for, this is an interesting one by Heather Cameron. No Periscope? Time for some Facebook live stream then. You're on multiple platforms. And I love this attitude. Just keep moving forward. So I'm not going to screw up again by depending on a platform. I'll get to that in a sec. Look at that. Doug even chimed in. Doug Firebomb. Let it go. Don't get in the sewer. Let them hang themselves. They always do. Awesome. So I won't get into all of them because some of the threads keep going. As you can see, there's replies here. I'm curious, but I don't know if I want to see what's happened in that one since 21 minutes ago. just in case. Just in case. And yeah, so it started quite a stream. So I think I like this too. Nature always removes false leaders. Trust me, a big part of me is just thinking to have a little faith. Well, you're going to see what I'm going to do. So this is what has happened. Oh, I like this. Yeah, made it officially. Erin and Nicole Bick just met Erin. Cool girl. Just bring you to MLSP. You have officially. Are you guys commenting so you see yourself on screen? Do you want me to refresh? Probably. No. Okay. I made it public right here. I did without saying their name. So is that all I want to show? Yeah, because the other stuff is what I'm going to do about it. That's what's more important now is the lessons learned. So let me come back to you guys. Pretty crazy, huh? Pretty crazy, huh? Got a lot of engagement, a lot of action. It was and I've got 2 posts like that too. So I've got one in another group. So it's like double the. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Good, you guys are all chiming in. I love this. Cool. I can see you, by the way. Here. I can see you. I can see what you're saying. So, well, now I can really see you. So here's the deal. That's what happened. Then I got to thinking. I was going to do one thing yesterday. Then I thought of another. Then my mind was going back and forth, back and forth. And I just decided to really focus my energy on, which was probably the wrong thing, on who the person was and really identifying it and printing out documented proof and telephone recordings and a bunch of stuff, evidence. And then I had to stop and say, hold on here, sleep on this thing, sleep on this thing. And then I woke up with a whole different mindset. I just did. That's why in one post, I did what I said I wouldn't do, okay? I put a post up a while back that said, face your problems, don't Facebook your problems, right? What do? I Facebook my problems. But it was really for some insight. And it was because they're, like I said, look at the thread. There are people in there with much more experience than me, way more experience than me in this type of stuff, or just in general. In general. I mean, I'm only in my 20s, so I mean, yeah, right. Okay, so that's what happened. I screen shared. What am I going to do? Well, I'm about to expose the person right now. You ready? The name is, that's funny. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to forget it ever happened. I'm going to assume and have a little faith that they saw the post, because this is just going to happen. The more I grow, the more my brand happens. The more my brand grows, it's just going to happen. Now, if I was not married to like Periscope or married to YouTube, I really wouldn't care as much. I'd keep moving forward. The reason this shook me up a little bit is because I wasn't prepared. That's the lesson learned. If I had everything, I got stuffy nose for some reason, probably from not sleeping. I don't have a cold as far as I know. Ready for the honker again? Here we go. There we go. A couple of cars probably gonna slow down and go. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm not attacking. I'm definitely not making the person public. I believe the lesson, be prepared, and I'll tell you how I'm going to specifically prepare. If you're well armed, haters are going to bounce off of you. And again, this would normally bounce off me, but it affected my technology. I think you guys get that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to let the post yesterday be the thing that's going to stop them. And if they keep going, well, they can keep going all they want, because in the future, my platform will not be Periscope dependent or YouTube dependent. Those tools will still be used, but I will not need them. Make sense? So, am I ever going, I'm going to bulletproof myself, just like Tarley's saying. And I'm not revealing any of that. I'm not taking any revenge. I'm not taking any repercussions. If I ever meet those leaders in person, I'm going to smile like I don't even know it's them. And I'm going to love, 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 love. Sorry, guys. It's the way I got to roll. It's the way I got to roll. I'm better than that. Sounds weird. Because if you guys knew me as a kid, if you guys knew me, I'm going to grab a sip of tea. Because I can't believe I just said that. But no, it's true. If you guys knew me as a kid, I was very resentful. I was a revenge type of guy. Oh, yeah, you want to do that to me? Well, get ready. You know, hell's coming your way. Like, I was like pissed all the time. Now I'm like, it's almost liberating, letting it go. And I believe, make no mistake, guys, the hater's going to see this webinar too. They're just gonna. They're gonna find it somehow. They know what's happening. I don't know that for sure, but I bet on it. So that's what's happening. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. And if it happens in the future, I'm not even going to put a Facebook post anymore. That's the last time you'll even see me use the word hater. It won't. If it happens, I'm going to giggle to myself and keep popping out value. They're going to become invisible. Makes sense? Does it make sense? That's my solution. And I really think it's the best solution. Even if you don't agree with me, I apologize. It's the way I'm doing it. So here we go. How will I move forward? Does that make sense to some of you? I don't know. I don't know if some people may disagree. It's okay. It is social media. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to move forward with protection. So who wants to know what my condom is? Who wants to know how I'm going to protect myself? Condom was probably not a good good comparison or analogy or metaphor. No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, number one, as far as YouTube goes, I'm going, this is your something, your nothing. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So here's what I'm doing for my, because here's the deal. Here's the dealio. The dealio. Your blog is your baby. I've been working on my blog for months now. It's not even the way I want it, but it's okay. I don't care if it's pretty right now. I just need it to be a platform where when I put out a piece of content, it's good to go on all the platforms through all this. By the way, my octopus has drastically changed. Those of you who don't know about my octopus, it's immortal content, by the way. That's the name of my book, just so you know. The first book, I've been debating on two books, which one to publish first, but it'll probably be immortal content. We're not sure. But my point is, your blog is where you're going to put out your content, and then you're going to put it out on different platforms, okay? But your content lives on your blog. People always say, why have your own blog, your own WordPress blog, instead of just going to Tumblr, or you get it, or just post it on YouTube, because YouTube is essentially like a video blog. Or why don't you just use your Facebook page? Well, the obvious answer is you're in control. You are in control, baby. Let the haters come. Block off the comments. Do what you want. It's your island. So you can point people to your blog posts. I think we all get that. We get that. Okay. So now what I was doing is, in my blog posts, I had YouTube videos. Okay. And those YouTube videos were made from Periscope videos. So, and I was advertising my show at 7 p.m. every night on Periscope. That was part of my marketing strategy, so that people would tune in. The intentions were there. I had the right idea, I believe. Make it like a Wheel of Fortune. You want to see the Ask Lalonde show? You want to ask me a question? 7 p.m. Monday to Friday. I believe I had the right idea, but I don't own Periscope. I don't own that television platform. I don't own YouTube. Those are two big issues that I find out right now. So let's just say, let's pretend I had 400 shows. You guys know how many pieces of content I'm putting out in 2016? I'm still going to do my 400 pieces. This is a hiccup. This is a speed bump. I'm just going to have to work a little harder to get them all out now. But could you imagine if I would have put out those 400 pieces of content in 2016? Then this happens? And in every piece of content, I'm reverting to my Periscope show at 7 p.m. Monday to Friday, and all my videos are only on YouTube, and then that happens? I've only got 23 shows out there now. It's okay. You get it? It's kind of a blessing in disguise. Like, this isn't, yes, I try to look at the half full instead of half empty, that kind of thing. The bright side, look at the bright side. But truly, truly, it is. Like, without being all positive, without having a reason to be positive, this is a good thing for all of us. Because now we're like, let's fix this before we start cranking up. I believe in daily content, regular content, but I don't believe in putting out regular content. Number one, if it's not good content. That's just my opinion, and a lot of people disagree. But people say, just do it daily, even if it's not that great. I want it to be a nice piece of content that makes a lot of sense and helps people, number one. And number two, it's got to be it's got to have the right system. Because when I put out content, I don't want it to just dwindle away, and then I just wasted my time. And I want it to be solid on a platform. So in other words, when I have an intro in my future content now, it's going to go back to my blog. The Ask Lalonde show is not going to be on Periscope at 7 p.m. The Ask Lalonde show is going to be on my blog at asklalonde.com. It will also be, I'll also have this sucker right here on a little tripod filming me on Periscope when I film my stuff. I'll also have another one on Meerkat, and I'll also have another one on Facebook Live. Yes, I'm doing them all. But this here, this camera right there, that's my source. That's where I'm filming my videos. So you guys are going to see me chat with you before the video. Then I'll be like, okay, everybody, Meerkat, Facebook Live, and Periscope. I almost forgot they existed, right? I'll be like, okay, guys, now I'm doing the show. So as I do the show, you'll see me from the angles, and this will be the final cut. And I own that. That's on my blog, and it will not be hosted on YouTube. It will also be on YouTube, same idea, but it will be on my Vimeo account. I'm going Vimeo. I have my reasons. That's a whole other webinar. Does that make sense, how I'm handling this? And I'm telling you, I may not be putting out content for another couple of weeks, maybe a week, but am I better to just do it the old-fashioned way and keep walking on eggshells, or be solid? Then I could just go. I can just go. I can put out 5 pieces in one day and not even worry about it. It'll also be on YouTube. It'll also be everywhere. So Oh, a question that came up because I was talking to someone on the phone, someone way higher up than me, which, by the way, I'm not going to say her name, but she's a super successful coach and big time, like big time, beyond, beyond, way beyond. And she was asking me about the original shows because I've done 24 shows, no big deal. But I was thinking, am I going to have to repackage those? But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep them as is, because she mentioned something, Gary V. I know I bring up Gary V a lot. It's just he's making a real difference. Gary V's really, he's getting huge, that guy. As if he wasn't already, he's like, he's moving up even to like glow. Well, he's everywhere as far as I know. And he's smart. Like he knows what the heck he's talking about. Here's my point. If you look at his old shows, like not Ask Gary V show, but like his wine library shows, okay, guys? Those are super valuable. And he even said in one of his episodes, and that's what stuck with me. He goes, he likes keeping those live because he wants people to see when he started his first videos. He wanted people to see the original videos, and they've helped me. They've helped me. He's had videos where he had 6 people watching, 3 people watching, no people watching, I think he even said. And you look at them, and it's almost like, not only because they're nostalgic for him, and he's like, he probably looks at them and laughs. Yeah, I don't think he'd be too embarrassed, that guy. I wouldn't either. I look at my old videos. Well, it depends which videos. I normally wouldn't be embarrassed, but in general, here's the real benefit from those old videos. I think they're going to help a lot of other people, because I'll be getting I'll be upgrading some of my videos as I move forward with cooler intros, and I'll have probably someone following me around the city. I don't even know yet. It's just gonna happen, right? But I guess instead of rebuilding all those first 24 videos, I'm just gonna keep them as is. And if someone goes on Periscope, because they say, it's not like I could just change I could update them all by editing every single video, but I'm not stuck in the past. I'm going to move forward. Does that make sense? So if you see some videos, some may say Periscope, 7 p.m. Monday to Friday, but those are my old ones. Haha, the embarrassing ones. I have more than one embarrassing one. Yes, I'm not perfect. Yes, I am a work in progress, everyone. It's funny. I am my own biggest challenge. Isn't that funny, eh? Cheers. Cheers to solution. Cheers to learning something this week. It's just tea. Don't get smart. So, how are we doing? So, this makes sense. Why not also promote that you'll be on Scope at 7 p.m.? The reason I'm not also going to do that, Keely, is because I repurpose my content into an immortal way, which means I have a video that I put out, like episode number 2, for example, of the Ask Lalonde show, because it's on rotators on the internet forever. I have it, like it rotates on Twitter, rotates on Instagram, rotates on all kinds of platforms. People think I did the video yesterday. And if I put it in the video itself, I'll explain this because this is kind of important. If you ever watch something like Grant Cardone, or even, I don't know if Gary Vee does it much, mostly Grant Cardone, what he'll do is he'll have someone follow him with a Facebook Live, okay? Or a Periscope, usually Facebook Live or Periscope. They'll follow him as they're preparing for the show. So he'll be like, okay, yeah, today we're going to talk about this. Everybody, thanks for coming in. Will you please share that? If you share, I'll give you a free gift. We're starting in 5 minutes, and people are setting up his stuff, and he's getting ready. And it's kind of like, I'd be like, okay, guys, today we're going to talk about this. And he's like, okay, we're going to start in 2 minutes, everyone. Okay, now we're ready to go. Okay, ready, guys? Now we begin. Welcome to the Ask Lalonde show. Today we're going to talk about, so you see how I did that? Almost like you start. Well, Keely, when I will start, before I start, we're going to be chilling out. So how's everyone's weekend? We're going to be just chit-chatting, and during that part, I may say, oh, by the way, guys, 7 p.m. every day on Periscope. Check me out. I may say it then, but once the recording starts, once the actual show starts, that part, I'm not going to say it. Does that make sense? Because that's the part that's going to be immortal, that's going to live forever. Before and after the show, and I'll do the same thing after. I'll be like, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you on the next Ask Lalonde show, where we answer. If you ever have a question, use the hashtag Ask Lalonde. I'll have an intro and an outro. And I'll say, have a good weekend, everybody. And then I'll be like, all right, how was that, everyone? Then I'll talk with you guys again on the live platforms. Hang out for another 5 minutes. And then there I can answer questions that won't be featured on the show. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like it's exactly like Grant Cardone does, except I'm not Grant Cardone. But believe me, there will be a day where there will be a Saturday afternoon, and I'll be smoking on my Cuban cigar with my cognac, answering questions. Grant Cardone style. Did you see him last weekend? Wow. See, like right now I'm chilling out, kind of. Usually I always kind of chill out. So does that make sense? Thank you, Amelia. Thanks, guys. And I'm telling you, this is a moment. This is a defining moment. And I hope you guys are getting this, because you should all have, oh my God, I didn't, Julia. Shalene Johnson, she's a beast, isn't she, on Instagram? No, I haven't seen it. I'll probably check her out. I'm looking at people. I'm really, really, really looking at people. Like I'm looking at people I'm looking at people that are doing this type of thing. And I really like Gary Vee's style with the Ask Gary Vee show for now. Like that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have my Ask Lalonde show, which will continue, episode 30, whatever I'm up to. And I'm going to use a little bit of a new format. And I'm going to keep putting these webinars up. I'm going to put up my interviews. If you see my blog, it's pretty awesome. Oh, something about a blog you want to think about too. Because on my blog, I have basically 3 or 4 major sections of content. Section number 1 is going to be the Ask Lalonde show, where, by the way, if you guys ever have a question for me, use the hashtag asklalonde on any social media platform. I'll find it. I'll cultivate it. I'll grab it, and I'll probably use you on one of the shows. That's going to be the format. So just put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram. I check them all, but I like Facebook because you got more room to say what you want to say. It's just you got more characters, right? So I'd go Facebook, hashtag AskLalonde. I'll put it in the chat right now. Anywhere, Ask Lalonde, just like that. If you use that hashtag, you are good to go. I'll probably pick it up, and the shows will revolve around that. And then on the Sundays at 2 p.m., just like this, same idea. I'm gonna put all these replays up. I'm good. And they're going to be stemming from Vimeo when you go to my blog. So the video in my blog probably won't go to YouTube. It'll go to Vimeo in the near future, but I will also be on YouTube. How do I find them? I just put Ask Lalonde hashtag in the search, you know? All the Ask Lalonde stuff comes up. So, yeah, so Shalene Johnson, it's a good thing. I'm going to check it out. If you guys, Shalene, I'm writing it down, guys. If you guys recommend anyone else that you are basing your brand on, let me know. I mean, Grant Cardone, there's a lot of things. You're going to also do your own flavor, your own style, your own whatever you think is you. Like for me, I like putting up these webinar replays because they're real. Well, they're real. Everything's real that I do. As for, yeah, I don't act anything. Everything's real, and there's always something that comes out of them. For sure. I rewatch them all the time, and I'm like, wow, that was pretty insightful. And usually it's just because things come out, and Steve Harvey. I love the Steve Harvey clip, Donna. I actually made a piece of content based on that clip. It was called "Are You Gonna Jump?" You know, jump. I think it was just called Jump. So, Shalene, this David Fox guy. Yes, I have heard of you, my friend. Shalene Johnson. And yeah, so for me, that's what it's going to be. This is the way I get the most leads, guys. There's a reason I get leads all the time. It's not because I keep following people on Twitter anymore. Now it's because I make stuff like this, and I put an intro to it, and I put an outro. I put an intro, then throughout the webinar, I have links that come up at the top all the time. You'll see them. You'll see the replay of this. Like I'll put a link up right now, magically. Boom! And I could put one up there, and I will, just to show, just to demonstrate what I'm doing here. But what I'm saying is that I'm going to have the webinars, I'm going to have the Ask Lalonde shows, and I'm going to have interviews. I like to do regular interviews. For some reason, interviews get a lot of traffic. They get a lot of action. So you remember that content, eh, Donna? My scope, my periscope. And the way I'm gonna, yeah, so that's the way it's gonna be. That's the way it's gonna be. And I love doing it that way because, yes, let me write that down, guys. Keep popping in names. Sandy Krakowski with a K. Sandy with an I. I've seen her with the blue hair, right? This is where we're going, guys. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking Gary V. I'm thinking Grant Cardone. I'm thinking big here. It's not. They all started somewhere, and a lot of you people are already kind of there, anyways. You are. We're all. Yeah. So yeah, purplish hair. Remember, I'm colorblind, right? Thought it was blue. So, is any QAs? What the heck? Why are so many people here? Are you getting ready for Valentine's Day? Okay, let's go. Oh, yes. Bill, you know, I cannot answer that. Case is closed. Oh, by the way, case is closed, guys. I'm going to, that's all there is. The only reason I'm going to keep the haters post up there is because I just want any haters out there to see it and know that you guys are probably going to do, you know, I don't know what you guys will do. I know not everyone. I know that not everyone would do what I'm doing. A lot of people would have went at these people like pit bulls right off the bat, for sure. Some of my friends or some of you guys, for sure. Okay. I'm just going to address this super quick. David Fox. Hey, Mark. He's trying to be funny, I guess, because I'm Canadian. He put EH. Hey, Mark. I have been hearing some small rumblings about Vimeo versus YouTube. I'm wondering if you looked at it. Everything I found out is basically that Vimeo, I hope they don't tear down your content. As far as I've seen, people are quite happy with it because it's a paid-for platform, right? I don't know much more than that. Then it's paid for and it's not free. And the reviews I've been seeing, David, seem pretty okay. Seems like people are cool with it. And you can password protect videos and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm going to do a video on that once I'm using Vimeo a little more. Do you know what I mean? Like once I'm actually digging deep into it. The reason I'm not going with Wistia is because you get paid by the amount of views you get. You get paid. You pay by the amount of views you get. So the more traffic you get, the more expensive your fees are. And Vimeo, as far as I know, it's not like that. I'm gonna check out the chat while you guys are on. I'm on here, but oh, Julia, cool. Hey, listen, guys, don't just so you know, just so you guys know, I do what I do because I'm Mark. Like, you don't have to. If I jump off a bridge, don't jump off a bridge. Just listen to me if you want, but you don't have to do what I do. If you guys want to retaliate. If you guys want to do revenge, do revenge. Like I don't want to be the guy who says, let it go, and then you let it go, and then they come and they attack you more. This is just my I'm sharing what I'm doing with you guys. Who knows? This could come and bite me in the butt, and they'll keep attacking me. You know, if that happens, I'll probably just share with you guys what's going on. But I'm just saying, it's so I got Keely's question about why not also promote at 7. I think I answered that. And we don't have many questions. Awesome. We got no questions. Are you leaving all questions? Oh, we got questions. What about Amazon.com for hosting? I don't know, Jose. I do not know. I'll go back in the chat, guys, so you guys can ask me questions there. I don't know, Jose. I haven't looked into Amazon for hosting, if that's what you mean. Yeah, Julia, that's a whole different thing. I think with me, I caught it in a way. Well, we have different situations. You see, my situation is just a couple of accounts. So thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. But I know a lot of people are going to still say, hey, guess what? I think case closed. Perry Mason, boom, as Charlie says. Hey, Junie, welcome. Hey, Alana, welcome. Didn't see you there. So Vimeo took me down when I first started. Really? Alana? I can't have that happen, you see? I can't have that happen. You know, we're entrepreneurs. We are. Look at my hair. I got to get it cut again. Jeez. Just notice it's growing fast. Better than losing it. So they took you down, and that's interesting stuff. Yeah, Junie, there'll be a replay of this for sure. I'll post it on my Facebook. 3 o'clock, look at that. Wouldn't it be cool if we ended right on the hour to the minute, which is what we will do. So guys, thanks for tuning in. It's been an awesome time. I hope I brought value, because that's what this is it's a good thing that happened. It's actually a good thing. Okay, guys? Thanks for coming in. I'm out of here. Just go to, hey, for all webinar replays, go to thewealthytrainer.com. I'm going to screen share it, okay? I'm going to screen share it. Okay, you're going to be there in a sec. I'm going to screen share my blog because it is where everything will be hosted now. And I'm going to have a video right here at the front page that will have me explaining probably my story a little bit and how to use my blog. Probably really how to use my blog. It'll be me, a video explaining. So as you can see, there's about. You got to have an about page, your blog, of course. I got little promotions, get 100 daily leads, free gold nuggets, testimonials, and all these go to capture pages, by the way, guys. So these are ways just to get leads. People always, well, this is clicked on how many times per day? I can't even count. People come here and they click on this, they click on this. So this is just capture pages, getting leads. But here's where you guys will, this is where you guys will benefit. This is always going to be the website registration for the following Sunday. Here's the Ask Lalonde show. When you click the Ask Lalonde show, this will be all of the content. See, from show number 1 all the way up, and it'll keep going up for as many shows as I do. These are all the shows right now. I'll just show you an example, your free Lalonde training library, for example. If you look, I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at the way it's branded. The Ask Lalonde show, Ed Rich and Fit with the Periscope logo. Okay? Episode 19, you're free. So this is all fine, but this has got to go now. And this has got to go. So it can just be like just my logo, which is my money sign there, my logo. So I have to rebrand this a bit in the future. I'm going to keep these as is. This is where all the Ask Lalonde shows are. And this is where all the training webinar replays are. They're not up yet, but the one today will be included. Very simple stuff. Interviews with Mark, same idea. Testimonials, same idea. You see how they're links? Nothing fancy right now. I just need this thing to work. Then once it works and I have it solid and I have a way to pop in content all the time, because once these are working, there'll be a new one, a new webinar every single week. There'll be a new interview probably once a month or something like that. Whether I'm giving it or whether I'm doing it, there'll be a new Ask Lalonde show probably every single day or 3-4 times a week. So that's the simplicity I want right here. And of course, you're on all your social networks. I'm on everything. But that's what I wanted to say. That's it. Just like this. And if everything's hosted on, well, Vimeo, I'm gonna look further. But if everything's hosted, if you control all the hosting, you'll be fine. So that's it. We're going to end it off here. And guys, thanks for coming out. I'm going to say thank you in the chat through as my other alter ego, Mark Pause. Thanks for coming out, guys. Guys and gals. This here he comes. Here comes Mark Pause saying goodbye to you guys. Much appreciated. There you go. He spoke. Thanks everybody. It's been a fun time, and it's going to be very, very, very useful, I believe, to many people to avoid. This is a pitfall that you can avoid. So bye guys. Thank you. Hey PJ. Thanks guys. Have a good day, and I will see you, if not this week, probably next Sunday at 2 p.m. because I'll be working on this. So there won't be any periscopes. So that's kind of obvious. So have a good week, and I'll see you guys next Sunday at the very, very latest, 2 p.m. Bye. Have a good day.